This video will introduce you to some more advanced searching techniques and a better understanding of the information you can find in Follett Destiny. Log into Follett Destiny and click on the Catalog tab to go to the basic search page. Below the Find box and the Search Type boxes, there is a box of search limiters that starts with Narrow your search to. If your page doesn't look like this one, click on the Show Less, Show More text to open the limiter options. In the box, there are several options for narrowing or limiting your search to particular places or types of materials. They include location, material type, sublocations, and reading programs. In the location box, the default selection should be your own school. To change this, click on the drop-down arrow to the right of the school name. Put the cursor on the option you want and click on it to select it. To find out more about these locations, ask your school librarian or your course facilitator. In the Material Type box, the default selection has been selected by your online library catalog administrator. To choose a different material type, click on the drop-down arrow to the right of the material name. Put the cursor on the option you want and click on it to select it. To find out more about these other material types, ask your school librarian or your course facilitator. In the Reading Programs box, the default selection should be unlimited, meaning no restrictions. If your online library catalog provides reading program information, your program options will appear on the drop-down arrow to the right of Unlimited. Put the cursor on the option you want and click on it to select it. Once a reading program is selected, other limiter boxes will appear that will allow you to set ranges of reading levels. Make sure to use appropriate decimals in these levels. To find out more about reading program limiters, ask your school librarian or your course facilitator. To narrow the results of a search by some or all of these limiters, type a search term in the Find box. Then use the drop-downs on each limiter to make your selections, and click on the search type you want to use. For example, you might want to search for books about fossils anywhere in your entire school district, but only in accelerated reader levels appropriate to second grade. To do this, type fossils in the Find box, click on the location drop-down arrow and select District Schools, click on the material type drop-down arrow and select Book, click on the Reading Program drop-down arrow and select Accelerated Reader, then enter 1.5 to 3.5 in the AR level boxes. Check that all your selections are correct, then click on the keyword or subject search type box. Remember that a keyword search will always find more results than a subject search. The availability of your resulting materials now has two lines, one for available locally, meaning in your own school library, and one for available off-site, meaning in another library in your school district. Click on the Details box next to the title of the first item. Here at the top of the page, you will see the title, author, and series of the book. Here, you will see the call number, which tells you where in the library the book can be found. Here is the reading program information and subjects the book is filed under, with clickable links to go to related materials. Here is the book's publication information. On the upper right of the page is a Hold It button. If you want to request that your local librarian hold the book for you, click on Hold It, select your needed date from the drop-down arrow menu, and click the Save box. If you want an item that is only available from another library, ask your librarian for help in requesting an interlibrary loan. Now that you know how to look at the title record and evaluate a library resource, you can keep track of materials you want by making a resource list. On the left side of the catalog page is a Resource Lists button. Click on it to create and share lists of materials for your lessons. On the upper right of the Resource List page are tabs that read My Lists and Public Lists. The public lists are lists made by other people who have chosen to share them with their school or district. My lists are all of the lists you create for yourself, whether you mark them public or not. You will only see My Lists when you log into Destiny as yourself. Click on the My Lists tab. To create a new list for your lesson, click on the Add List box. Give your list a name, for example, Fossils. Choose whether to check the box to make it public to your school. Write an optional description to explain the purpose and limiters of the list. And, if you wish, add specific co-owners who can view and edit your list. When you have finished, click the Save box. Once you have saved your list, click on Library Search to go to the basic search page. Using our previous search example, enter Fossils in the Find box. Your other search limiters will be saved until you log in and change them. Click Keyword Search and look at your results. At the top of the page, you will see the name of your list. Below that, for each item in the results, there will be a box that says Add to this list. To add items you want for your lessons to your resource list, simply click Add to this list next to the chosen title. You can add an unlimited number of items to your list and create an unlimited number of lists. Just make sure the list you want to add to shows at the top of your search page. To see, print, or share your resource lists, click on the Resource List button on the catalog page. Then click the View button next to the list that you want. You can keep your lists indefinitely, add or edit them for new lessons, or delete the whole list if you no longer need it. This concludes the video on advanced search techniques. Now that you are familiar with them, it would be a good idea to log into Destiny and try them out for yourself.